Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record to play for you. Today's book is The Little House for 1970. So let's get started.
This is a Disneyland original little long-playing record, and I am your story reader. I am going to begin now to read the story of The Little House. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when Tinker Bell rings her little bells like this. Let's begin now. Once there was a little house on a little hill out in the country. She was happy. She liked the peace and quiet, the warm sun on her roof, the soft summer breeze. Some people came to live in the little house. After a while, there were other additions, and a few panes which had to be mended. At night, the little house sometimes felt lonely and wondered what it would be like to have other houses to talk to. She looked at the lights of the city, unaware that they were coming closer and closer. A city is a living thing that keeps on growing. Before long, the little house had neighbors on either side of her, the Uppingtons and the Downingtons. They really didn't seem friendly. But at night there were parties and music and dancing. Why, I'm right in the midst of the social world, thought the little house. One night, flames started coming out of a window of the Uppington house. She began to call for help. "The alarm! Sound the alarm!" said the Downington house as she caught fire too. Soon firemen were shooting streams of water on both houses. But it was all in vain. By morning, both elegant homes had burned to the ground, and the little house was left alone again. They weren't very nice. Still, what a pity, she said. The years went faster now. Progress and noise had caught up with the city. There were tall buildings on either side of the little house, and clotheslines and garbage cans. It grew so noisy and dirty that the people living in the little house decided to move. "If only I could go with them," she said. Wrecking crews came and tore down the buildings on either side of the little house. Just as she was enjoying the peace and quiet, the ground began to shake. A huge steam shovel was taking bites out of the ground on both sides of the little house. She was very frightened and shut her eyes so she wouldn't have to look down into the deep pits on either side of her. Steel girders came next. Then great tall skyscrapers grow up beside the little house. She was lost in a dark canyon between them. Would she ever see the sun again? Horns honked, traffic lights flashed, and neon signs glared into her eyes. It began to rain. Then a wrecking crew came. The little house shut her eyes. Let them get it over with. The sooner the better. For a house, she had had a full life. She felt herself being pried off her foundations. It would not be long now. With her eyes still shut, she did not realize that she was not being torn down. She was being moved. And right through traffic at that, with all the trucks, streetcars and automobiles stopped to give her room to get by. The little house opened her eyes, blinking in the bright sunlight around her. It wasn't the end after all. It was another beginning. It took time and a lot of fixing up before the little house felt like herself again. After that, some people came to live there. People who wanted a little house on a hill way out in the country. one, I had just begun. When I was two, I was nearly new. When I was three, I was hardly me. When I was four, I was not much more. When I was five, I was just alive. But now I'm six, I'm as clever as clever. So I think I'll be six now, forever and ever.
So that was The Little House from 1970. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a good every day. And our next book will be Counting Fun, number 1 through 12.